Welcome to my channel Valuable Coins All World. If you've ever wondered if those old coins you have lying around could be worth a fortune, you're in the right place. In today's video, we're diving into some of the rarest US coins, revealing their jaw-dropping values that will leave you amazed. Stick with us till the end. You won't want to miss what these hidden treasures could be worth. Let's get started. Top 1. The United States has a fascinating history when it comes to its currency, and one coin that has recently gained significant attention from collectors is the Washington quarter from 1989. While it might seem like just another coin from the late 20th century, this particular Washington quarter has become one of the most coveted in the numismatic world. So what makes this coin so special, and how did it go from being worth just 25 cents to reaching an astonishing price? Let's begin by taking a quick look at the Washington quarter itself. The coin, which features a portrait of George Washington on the obverse, has been in circulation since 1932. Over the years, the design of the coin has remained relatively consistent, though there have been slight modifications and special editions, especially in the latter half of the 20th century. The 1989 Washington quarter, for example, might appear to be just like any other from its era when you first glance at it. But beneath its surface, there's much more to this coin than meets the eye. To fully appreciate the value of the 1989 Washington quarter, we need to understand some key factors that can influence its worth. The main elements that determine the value of a coin are rarity, condition, and collector demand. Let's break each of these down and see why they matter for this specific quarter. First, there's rarity. While the United States Mint produced millions of Washington quarters each year, certain years and specific coins from those years can be rarer than others. The 1989 Washington quarter is part of a series that was minted in large numbers, so in terms of quantity, it wasn't particularly rare. However, as time passes, some coins from those years become more difficult to find in good condition. So, while a 1989 Washington quarter might not have been rare when it was first released, it is now considered scarce in mint state, especially in uncirculated or near-perfect conditions, which brings us to the next factor, condition. The value of a coin can dramatically increase if it is in excellent condition. Coins that have been kept in pristine condition, with sharp details and minimal wear, are far more valuable than coins that show signs of significant damage or wear. Over the years, some 1989 Washington quarters have been carefully preserved, often in sealed holders or private collections, which means they have remained in almost flawless condition. This pristine state is what has helped elevate the value of the coin, even though it was produced in high numbers. Finally, we have collector demand. In the world of coin collecting, demand is a powerful force. Some coins are simply more desirable than others because they hold a particular appeal to collectors. The 1989 Washington quarter, with its historical significance and the fact that it is part of a beloved series, has captured the interest of many numismatists. The collector community is always on the lookout for coins that can help complete their sets, and this particular Washington quarter has become one of those highly sought-after pieces, now that we've covered the main factors behind the coin's value. Let's talk about the extraordinary price tag that some of these coins can command. While a typical 1989 Washington quarter is worth just 25 cents, there have been certain instances where one of these coins has been sold for much, much more. A particularly well-preserved 1989 Washington quarter, in mint state and with an exceptional grading from a reputable grading service, has been known to fetch a jaw-dropping price at auction. In fact, one of these rare and pristine 1989 Washington quarters recently sold for a record-breaking sum of $73,000. Yes, you read that correctly, $73,000. It's incredible to think that a coin originally valued at just a quarter could sell for such an amount. This stunning price is a testament to the rarity, condition, and demand that collectors place on this particular coin. So, if you happen to come across a 1989 Washington quarter in your coin collection or while going through your spare change, it's worth taking a closer look. While most of them might still only be worth a quarter, a select few could potentially have a much higher value. If you find one in exceptional condition, or if you can confirm that it has been carefully preserved over the years, you could be holding on to a coin worth a small fortune. The world of coin collecting is full of surprises. And the 1989 Washington quarter serves as a perfect example of how a seemingly ordinary coin can end up being worth far more than its face value. With the right combination of rarity, condition, and demand, even a 1989 quarter can reach an extraordinary price. So, the next time you're sifting through coins, remember, You never know when you might stumble upon something that could be worth $73,000. Top 2. The Washington quarter has been a beloved part of American currency since it was first introduced in 1932. With its depiction of George Washington, the nation's first president, this coin has become a symbol of both history and value. Among the many Washington quarters minted over the years, the 1996 edition stands out in the world of coin collecting for a variety of reasons. At first glance, the 1996 Washington quarter may seem like just another coin circulating among the masses, but this particular quarter holds a surprising value to those in the know. While most of these coins are worth their face value of 25 cents, certain rare examples have been known to sell for much more. To fully understand why the 1996 Washington quarter can be so valuable, we have to dig deeper into what makes a coin truly special. When it comes to coin collecting, the concept of rarity plays a major role in determining value. Coins that are scarce or in high demand among collectors are often worth far more than their initial value. This is particularly true for certain years in a coin series, where a lower number of coins were minted, or for those with certain characteristics that make them stand out from the rest. The 1996 Washington quarter, while not initially rare when it was first minted, has become increasingly sought after by collectors due to its scarcity and higher grades and the special circumstances surrounding the way it was produced. One of the main reasons why the 1996 Washington quarter is considered valuable has to do with a series of coins known as the 1996 Philadelphia Mint issues. A significant portion of the 1996 quarters were struck in the Philadelphia Mint, and some of these quarters were minted with noticeable flaws and errors. These imperfections, which might have gone unnoticed at first, can actually increase a coin's worth if they are found in mint state. Coins that have imperfections, whether it's a misstrike, a small defect in the die, or a scratch, can create a sense of rarity and intrigue, especially when the flaws are not commonly found across all examples of that year. Some of the 1996 Washington quarters have even become known for their unusually strong strikes or defects that make them stand out, leading collectors to prize them as unique pieces for their collections. Alongside the rarity factor, another key element that drives the value of the 1996 Washington quarter is its condition. The general rule in coin collecting is that the better the condition of the coin, the higher its potential value. Coins that have been well preserved, showing minimal signs of wear, and retaining their original luster are highly coveted. As the years go by, more and more of these quarters that were once in circulation have shown signs of wear and tear, making the ones in pristine condition all the more valuable. A coin's grade plays a crucial role in determining its price. Coins that are graded by reputable services, such as the Professional Coin Grading Service (PCGS) or Numismatic Guarantee Corporation (NGC), can provide buyers and sellers with an assurance of quality and authenticity. The highest grades, such as MS-67 or MS-68, represent coins that are nearly flawless, and those in such condition can command much higher prices than the average circulated quarter. For collectors seeking to complete a set of Washington quarters, finding a coin in exceptional condition, like those from the 1996 mintage, can be a major achievement. Now, let's talk about the market for the 1996 Washington quarter. You might be surprised to learn that this coin has attracted significant attention in recent years. With the increasing popularity of coin collecting and the rising demand for rarer and more unique coins, certain 1996 Washington quarters have been selling at extraordinary prices at auctions and from private collectors. So, how much could a 1996 Washington quarter actually be worth? Well, the typical 1996 quarter in circulation may only fetch its face value of 25 cents. But when one of these rare specimens is found in exceptional condition or with unique characteristics, the price skyrockets. In fact, one 1996 Washington quarter, graded in perfect condition and with special attributes, was recently sold for a staggering $57,000. That's right, $57,000. It's a price that might seem unbelievable when you consider that this coin was originally worth just 25 cents. But it's proof of how much a rare coin can appreciate in value when it's in the right condition and possesses the right qualities. The lesson here is clear. If you come across a 1996 Washington quarter, take a closer look. While most of them will still be worth just a quarter, there's a small chance that you might stumble upon a true gem. Whether it's the rarity, the condition, or the subtle details that set it apart, this coin has proven that there's a lot more to it than meets the eye. And who knows? You could be holding on to a coin worth $57,000. Top 3. The Washington quarter has been one of the most iconic and enduring coins in the history of the United States. First introduced in 1932, it's been a symbol of the nation's pride, featuring the likeness of George Washington on the obverse. Over the years, the coin has undergone several changes in its design, but one thing that remains consistent is its significance in American currency and in the hearts of collectors. Today, we're going to explore the 1986 Washington quarter and uncover what makes this coin so special and why it has caught the eye of collectors and numismatists alike. The 1986 Washington quarter may seem like just another standard issue coin to the casual observer, but when you take a closer look, you'll realize that this particular year holds some intriguing aspects that could lead to impressive returns for those fortunate enough to possess a rare example. Although millions of these quarters were minted, a few factors come together to make certain 1986 quarters incredibly valuable today. The first factor we need to consider when talking about coin value is rarity. Not all coins from a specific year are created equal. Even though the United States Mint produced over 500 million quarters in 1986, there are certain variations that are much rarer than others. A lot of the value in coin collecting comes from finding pieces that are difficult to come by, and the 1986 Washington quarter is no exception. For example, one key to the 1986 quarter's value lies in how many of these coins have survived over the years in mint condition. Like any currency, most coins get circulated and eventually show signs of wear and tear. But a select few have remained in near-perfect condition. These uncirculated examples, often graded as MS-65 or higher, stand out in the coin market. With fewer of them left in pristine form, they quickly become highly sought after by collectors who are looking for that rare gem to complete their sets. Another reason the 1986 Washington quarter has become so desirable is its place in the larger context of U.S. coinage history. By 1986, the Washington quarter had been in circulation for over 50 years, and collectors were beginning to take a much more active interest in coin collecting as a hobby. The mid-1980s saw a surge in the popularity of rare coins, and quarters from this period began to catch the attention of serious collectors who saw their potential long-term value. One aspect that adds further intrigue to the 1986 quarter is the fact that the United States Mint also released several commemorative coins during this period, marking important events in American history. The 1986 quarter was part of a larger effort to celebrate the nation's history through currency. These special releases always attract more interest, and even the most standard coins from that era can become more valuable over time. But it's not just the historical significance or rarity that makes the 1986 Washington quarter valuable. It's also the coin's physical characteristics. Coins that are in exceptional condition, free from scratches, dings, or discoloration, are the ones that collectors truly crave. So, if you happen to come across a 1986 Washington quarter that has been carefully preserved, kept in a protective holder, and remains in pristine condition, it could be worth far more than you might think. So, how much can an exceptional 1986 Washington quarter actually fetch on the market? Most of these coins will still only be worth their face value, but a select few that are in top-notch condition have been known to sell for jaw-dropping amounts. There are certain 1986 quarters, especially those with impeccable grading and no signs of wear, that have been sold at auctions for incredible prices. These rare specimens have managed to fetch high sums due to their limited availability and collector demand. In fact, one particularly well-preserved 1986 Washington quarter was recently sold for a staggering sum of $64,000. Yes, $64,000. While most of us would expect to find a quarter in our pockets worth just 25 cents, the market for rare and high-quality coins has proven time and time again that even a simple Washington quarter can be worth much more. What makes this sale even more remarkable is the fact that it shows just how much a rare coin can appreciate in value over time. The 1986 Washington quarter wasn't originally minted with the intention of being a collector's item, but because of its rarity, condition, and demand, it has become a valuable asset. This shows that with enough time, certain coins can become valuable treasures, sometimes far beyond what their original face value suggests. So, if you're a coin enthusiast or just someone who enjoys going through old change, keep an eye out for the 1986 Washington quarter. It might seem like just another coin, but in the right condition and with the right combination of factors, it could very well be worth much more than you ever imagined. You never know when you might come across a coin that could be worth $64,000. Top 4. Today, we'll take a closer look at the Washington quarter from 1967 and why this particular coin has garnered so much attention in the numismatic world. If you're a coin collector or just an enthusiast of American history, you might already know that the Washington quarter has been in circulation for over 80 years. The coin was first introduced in 1932 to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. But today, we're diving into the 1967 edition of this iconic coin, which holds a surprising secret to SO. Why is the 1967 Washington quarter so special? To understand this, we need to go back in time a bit. The Washington quarter from the mid-60s was struck in a time of transition in the United States. The country was in the midst of significant political and cultural shifts, and the coin was representative of that era. The 1967 Washington quarter was part of a regular issue, meant to circulate among the general public. But some of these quarters were minted in such a way that they became valuable to collectors decades later. One of the main factors that can drive up the value of any coin is rarity. For a coin to be considered rare, it often means there were fewer of them made or fewer of them have survived over the years in good condition. The 1967 Washington quarter is part of a series that was produced in large numbers, so at first glance, it doesn't seem particularly special. However, as with any coin, certain characteristics can make one stand out from the rest. Over time, it's been revealed that some 1967 Washington quarters are indeed quite rare and in exceptionally good condition. A few of these coins were discovered to have a unique error that makes them highly sought after by collectors. This error, combined with the coin's age and historical significance, has made it one of the most desirable pieces in modern numismatics. Now, you might be wondering, what exactly makes this 1967 Washington quarter so valuable? As we mentioned before, the rarity plays a huge role, but condition is just as important. Coins that have been well preserved over the years, those that have survived without significant wear and tear, are much more valuable than their worn counterparts. Coins with pristine features, sharp details, and few blemishes are particularly coveted. In addition to condition, there's another factor that could push a coin's value to astronomical heights: provenance. If a coin can be traced back to a notable collection or has a documented history of ownership, it can significantly increase its price. A coin with an interesting backstory can capture the imagination of collectors and enthusiasts alike, further driving demand and pushing its worth higher. Now, you may be curious just how much a 1967 Washington quarter could actually be worth. While most of the quarters minted in 1967 are worth only a small amount, around 25 cents or slightly more, certain rare finds have been known to fetch some astonishing prices. A perfect example of this is a particular 1967 Washington quarter that was sold at auction. This coin was in exceptional condition, and due to its rarity and collector demand, it ended up selling for a staggering sum. And there it is, the real jaw-dropper. This particular 1967 Washington quarter was sold for a total of $145,000. That's right, a single coin, worth only a quarter when it was first minted, fetched a mind-blowing amount because of its rarity, condition, and demand from collectors. This incredible sale has definitely caught the attention of coin enthusiasts everywhere, and it serves as a reminder of just how valuable even seemingly ordinary coins can become with the right combination of factors. Whether you're an experienced collector or just starting out, the 1967 Washington quarter is a perfect example of how the world of coin collecting can be full of surprises. So, if you happen to stumble upon a 1967 Washington quarter in your pocket change, take a moment to examine it closely. Who knows? You could be holding on to a rare treasure that could one day be worth a small fortune. Top 5. The Washington quarter is one of the most iconic coins in the history of the United States, with a rich legacy dating back to 1932. As one of the most widely recognized denominations in the American currency system, it's no surprise that Washington quarters, especially those from unique years, have become objects of fascination for collectors and numismatists. Today, we're focusing on a coin from the 1990s that has surprised many in the coin collecting world, the 1994 Washington quarter. When you think of the 1994 Washington quarter, your first thought might be that it's just another modern coin. After all, the Washington quarter has been minted regularly for decades, and the 1994 version was part of the continuous series of this iconic coin. But the truth is, There's more to this coin than meets the eye. Despite being produced in relatively high numbers and appearing in circulation for years, the 1994 Washington quarter has become a symbol of how even a coin that seems common at first can rise in value under the right conditions. To understand why the 1994 Washington quarter is so valuable today, let's take a look at the key factors that influence coin value: rarity, condition, and demand. The first of these is rarity. Generally speaking, coins that are harder to find, either because they were minted in fewer numbers or because most of the coins have been lost or damaged over time, tend to have higher values. The 1994 Washington quarter is not exceptionally rare when it comes to the number minted, but like many other coins, some specific examples from this year are rarer than others. In particular, certain 1994 quarters have been discovered in mint condition or with unique features that make them stand out. It's important to remember that coin collectors aren't just looking for any 1994 quarter. They're looking for examples that are in pristine or near-perfect condition. A quarter that's been in circulation for decades can easily become worn down, showing signs of scratches, fading, or even discoloration. However, a select few of the 1994 quarters have survived the years with sharp details, brilliant luster, and minimal wear. These are the coins that collectors seek, and their rarity in uncirculated condition is one reason why the 1994 Washington quarter has caught the attention of the coin market. The second factor that influences the value of the 1994 Washington quarter is its condition. In the world of coin collecting, this is a big one. Coins that are well preserved and show little to no signs of wear are the ones that command the highest prices. The 1994 Washington quarter was part of a series that was circulated widely, and as such, most of the coins in circulation are in average condition. But among the millions of coins that were produced, a small percentage were either set aside or carefully preserved, and these uncirculated coins are the real treasures in the coin world. For example, coins that are graded as MS 65 or higher, meaning they're in mint state with few visible imperfections, are far more valuable than coins that have been worn through constant circulation. If you were to find a 1994 Washington quarter that was in pristine, uncirculated condition, it could be worth much more than just 25 cents. Lastly, demand plays a huge role in the value of any coin. While the 1994 Washington quarter may not be the most sought-after coin by the average person, collectors who focus on filling out their Washington quarter series or searching for specific mintages and variations are often eager to pay premium prices for high-quality examples. As the world of coin collecting continues to grow, so does the demand for rare and well-preserved coins, which in turn increases their value. Now, you might be asking yourself just how much a 1994 Washington quarter could actually be worth. While the typical quarter from this year is still worth only 25 cents, there have been some notable sales where this coin has sold for much higher amounts, thanks to its rarity and condition. A particularly pristine example of a 1994 Washington quarter, in mint state and graded by a professional coin grading service, recently fetched an impressive price at auction, believe it or not. One of these rare 1994 Washington quarters was sold for a staggering $47,000. That's right, $47,000. While this may seem unbelievable for a coin originally worth just a quarter, it's a perfect example of how the world of numismatics works. Coins that are in exceptional condition, especially those with a unique history or special attributes, can skyrocket in value. This incredible sale demonstrates that even a coin from a relatively modern era, like the 1994 Washington quarter, can become a valuable collector's item if it has the right characteristics. The rarity, condition, and high demand for well-preserved coins have led to this remarkable price. So, if you happen to find a 1994 Washington quarter tucked away in your collection or in your change, it might be worth taking a closer look. If it's in pristine condition, it could very well be worth far more than its face value. The world of coin collecting is full of surprises, and the 1994 Washington quarter is proof of that. While most people wouldn't think twice about a quarter from the 1990s, this coin is a reminder that the right combination of factors, rarity, condition, and collector demand, can make even a seemingly ordinary coin worth a small fortune. So who knows? You might just have a rare find worth $47,000 sitting in your pocket.